Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife has pledged to revitalize Kenya's coastal sector. It aims to drive strategic investments and enhance competitiveness and strengthen the region's position as a global destination through improved financing, incentives, and streamlined regulations.
Speaking during a tourism investors forum in Diani, Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife Rebecca Miano highlighted Kenya's coastline as a top tourism destination, attracting 60% of international leisure tourists and generating over 100 billion shillings annually. According to Miano, coastal tourism play a vital role to Kenya's overall tourism growth, revealing plans to expand incentives and implement new initiatives aiming at securing a more competitive and sustainable future for coastal tourism.
We will also expand incentives for airlines operating new direct routes. We will not only rejuvenate the cost of tourism, but also secure a brighter and more competitive future for Kenya's tourism.
During the meeting, tourism stakeholders from the region weighed in on the major issues facing the sector.
One of the biggest challenges that we have really faced is accessibility of direct flights. Okay, that is one of the biggest things. And now that we see that the government has started seeing that as an opportunity, and now they're trying to invest, and now they're trying to allow, in fact, we've just seen that the Turkish Airlines is now starting from 28th October, Kenya coast. These are all great positive signs of how the growth is coming in. And we are truly grateful to the government. And we encourage and we request that we continue with this momentum. If at all, we should be able to come up with a framework as to how we can incentivize more airlines to land into the Kenya coast.
In addition, Kenya Tourism Board Chairman Francis Gishaba reflected on growing competition and emphasized uniting tourism players to boost coastal investments, encouraging big brands to invest for wider marketing reach and greater promotion of Kenya's tourism sector.
Competition is growing. What used to be our cake yesterday becomes somebody's lunch tomorrow, and we do not want to do that. So because government is an enabler, we invited the participants within the coastal tourism industry to see how we can be able to bring up the investments along this destination. But we also want to invite those other big brands. Why? Because their marketing arm is much wider, because their investments are much bigger, and because they'll be able to market Kenya across their network.
On the other hand, Director General Tourism Regulatory Authority Norbert Talam announced a national classification exercise to accredit and start-rate facilities that will enhance standards, especially along Kenya's coast.
So want to encourage the investors in those empty plots so that they are able to come together. We map them with the prospective investors. Once you do that, in terms of the standards uptake, we are going to make sure that the standards are high. And that's we are going to do that through the accreditation, the results that you have made. And the accreditation was in preparation to the national classification exercise.